Hello Pisces, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Nicole. I will be doing a general reading for my Pisces viewers, looking at the energy for you for the month of July 2025. And we have the Ethereal Visions deck. This is the deck that wanted to bring your message, Pisces. So let's see what we have for you for this coming month. Nine of Wands, the Hierophant, the Four of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, the Sun, Two of Wands, and the Well, which is a special major arcana card specific to this deck. So it's a bonus card and it's a really good one. I like where this is going. So let's break it down, Pisces, and look at the recent past for you. We have the Four of Swords here. And this is about rest and reflection. Reflecting back on the energy of the Three of Swords, maybe some argument or some hurtful words that were said by you, heard by you, both, and kind of taking time to see if your goal was achieved, if there's maybe more beneath the surface that wasn't communicated. But it looks to me like there's some protection, some armor in terms of how you might be feeling about it. You might be feeling like you need to protect yourself from further dialogue, from whether this is personal, professional. It could even be global dialogue, media, information, news. This is a card reflecting on a soldier coming back from battle. Not a soldier, a king, actually. And if they come back alive, they lay in the casket that they had made for them in the event that maybe they didn't return alive. If they do return from battle alive, it's about reflecting on, was it worth it, the meaning of life and death. So that might just be a general theme for you, Pisces. It's hard not to pick up the global information and energy, even when we're not aware of it. It is affecting all of us, that's for sure. So again, I'm just getting, you might just feel a need for protection right now from information, whether it's personal or global or professional. And that's just further highlighted here with this Nine of Wands energy, excuse me. This is how you're showing up. And this is the battle-weary soldier. And I'm just feeling like his head hurts with that bandage on. And it might be from reflecting on a long-standing communication or situation and not quite feeling yet like it's over, like there's still a little bit more battle to do. But I'm feeling there's a contemplative energy from this as well. Okay, very interesting, because this has not quite come through before, but I'm feeling from his expression, Pisces, that he's contemplating if he needs to have his battle gear on, if he needs to have himself walled off with all these wands that are protecting him from the outside or from whatever situation he's been interacting with. I feel like he's considering letting his guard down, and that's really cool. Like he's tired of fighting and doesn't see that it was really worth it. And with this Hierophant energy following that, this very much is about healing in a major way, really sharing the codes of healing, receiving information from your higher self even, or from your angels, guides. There's a very calm energy coming through. And I feel like you're learning, Pisces. You're learning some big spiritual lessons right now, and it's bringing you peace and clarity. And the Knight of Pentacles is here at the heart of your reading. He is slow and steady, very cautious. He doesn't want to make any mistakes. So I'm getting that as advice for you, actually. Just to take your time with letting your guard down, with your new understanding of putting yourself out there. He still does have some armor on and a shield, but it's more to the side. So if you're in a relationship, personal, professional, global, this is suggesting not to completely let your guard down. And I say that gently, meaning it's appropriate at times to shield yourself or protect yourself. You don't want to fully expose yourself in a way that you're never able to protect yourself if the situation arises. But with this pace of the Knight of Pentacles energy, again, moving steady and slow and being very thoughtful about and pragmatic about each next step, you'll know with plenty of warning if something's going awry, if you're paying attention at each step, and if you need to protect yourself in any way. So that's reaffirming that as long as you're connected to that higher guidance and healing energy that's coming through for you, there shouldn't be any unexpected surprises. So it is fair enough to kind of loosen your guard and keep your eyes open and be mindful, but it looks safe to move forward, and like something tangible and trustworthy is in the making. And you couldn't have a better card for the outcome for this month of July, Pisces. This is the Sun card, shining down on you. And this is a nod to literally all of the photonic light bombs we've been getting from the sun. It's just been incredible. And it is affecting everyone. It is really sparking new growth, new creativity, new playfulness, and just overall joy and healing in a very powerful, tremendous way. And so just follow your joy, follow the light where the light shines, where you're enjoying yourself. This energy for you for July is suggesting to just go for it, trust it, stay connected to your guidance. And looks like nothing but magic and goodness for you for this month. It sounds wonderful. All right, for further clarification and advice, we have the Two of Wands. And this is about being in a safe place and looking out from a higher perspective at what's coming in. And since he's looking out over the ocean or the coastline, I'm feeling, what's coming in emotionally for you. Having that ability to kind of untangle yourself from what's right in front of you and take that higher perspective is going to really be stabilizing for you. And it's going to give you more of that sense of stability and security that maybe you weren't feeling or aren't feeling at the beginning of this month. And with the wishing well, I see this as a genie that's come out of the well to grant a wish. A wish is being granted for you, Pisces, and it feels like a big one, especially next to the Sun card and under the Hierophant. So there's some massive energy that's healing, rejuvenating, joyful, and probably something you've been wishing for. If you don't feel like that's manifested yet as you're watching this reading, Definitely, it's suggesting that the energy is very powerful for your wish to come true or your wishes to come true. So stay, in that positive light. Look for the positivity and anything you can around you, and that's just going to amplify that energy. All right, let's finish up with some oracle cards for you. And the Elemental Empath is the deck that wants to talk to you, Pisces. So let's see how we can tie this together. Inner child, breath, and ego illusions. Sometimes I see this card with the bandage around his head as a wounded ego. And one of the narratives about this card is that he's being a little overly defensive. So that might be something that resonates for some of you. With inner child, I mentioned the Hierophant is bringing in a very healing energy. This is about really looking back at your childhood experiences, remembering, hopefully, times that you felt carefree and connected to the magic all around you, creativity, imagination, vibrant, and so much joy that comes with that. And there might be times that that wasn't the case. And those lessons or experiences from childhood, of course, factor into our perceptions, our choices, our relationships as an adult, whether it's personal, family, even professional. These patterns will show up in whatever way that your spirit is reflecting something back to you to look at and to heal. So I'm going to read the words underneath inner child. It says, play, laugh, be silly, heal child wounds. And that's what I'm getting here too. Just look at what is fun, look at where you can find your joy and really delve into that. And just doing that alone is very healing, and you might even be actively working with a therapist or a counselor, or choosing to embark on that, or some other practitioner that resonates with you to explore maybe other ways to heal childhood wounds. And breath. First of all, just connecting to your breath, becoming aware of your breath, because most people aren't all day long, every day. I really don't know anyone who is, but anytime you might be feeling anxiety, overwhelm, or a heaviness, that could be a reminder for you to check in with your breath. Are you breathing? Are you breathing lower in your belly? Is it shallow? Is your body tight? Just by even asking yourself that and just taking 1, 2, 3 slow, deep breaths, you're already more connected to your center and to your guidance if you're feeling confused and overwhelmed, like I said. Underneath it says, return to breath, calm the mind, breath is life. So what did I just say? By checking in with your breath, remembering to return to breathing and feeling it fully, taking your time, is very healing and connects you with your own life force and the life force energy that's around and in all of us. Ego illusions. Look at this image here, Pisces. And I'm really tuning into how this woman is covering her eyes, almost like she doesn't want to see the truth. She'd rather stay in her own perception of things. And ego illusions goes, both directions. We have such a layered understanding and reaffirmed reality often that ego is about being boastful or too dialed into superficial needs or desires or perceptions. But I want to share that our egos also don't have the full picture, and it is superficial in that it's also highly judgmental, first and foremost to ourselves. It's our own egos that don't believe that we're made from the same material as God, that we are one with that energy, that we're one with each other, that we're perfect and beautiful and amazing just the way we are right now. That's an ego illusion. So I really want to share that, okay? So you might be feeling or have been struggling with the illusion that I'm not worthy of true love, meaningful love, respectful love, or all relationships are painful, or love hurts, or if I show up as my authentic self, I'm going to be rejected. These are all misguided beliefs, okay? So underneath it says, don't believe thoughts, inner stories, befriend ego. And I think what I was just saying is pretty much summed up by that. So the last important note about befriending your ego is not suppressing or rejecting it. Accept that it's there. Accept that whatever illusions we might be dissolving or examining right now served a purpose. It wasn't a fault or a flaw for them to exist at one point in time. And when we recognize it, we might want to scooch it away or, shame on it. But no, it is your friend. It was developed naturally by your life experiences. But what this reading and this energy is inviting you to do is to breathe new life into your perception of life, of what life experiences are available to you, really opening and expanding to a bigger picture, a bigger perception of an emotional landscape and joy, and believing that it's possible and believing that you are worth it, just as you are today, Pisces. Well, I hope this was helpful. Remember, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you may do so by going to intuitivegardentarot.org. And I thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate you all. If you haven't already, please consider doing so. It's free and it helps my channel grow. It helps me continue to do this, which I enjoy. Don't forget to hit the like button if this did resonate for you, and please leave a comment. Let me know where you're watching from. I love to connect with you more deeply in that way. I look forward to seeing you next time, Pisces.